too, but thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all, my voice has been going out all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got to go to an ear, nose, and throat doctor because I don't know what the heck. I don't know if it's from the allergies or what. But anyway, welcome to Shay's Tube, and thank you for tuning in. Let me get some water real quick, y'all. I just had water, man. Wow. Anyway, again, welcome to Shay's Tube. Thank you so much for tuning in this late night, Wednesday night. It's Thursday on the East Coast, but it's still Wednesday here on the West Coast. It's almost Thursday, though, because it's like 11:52 p.m. But anyway, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to all my new subbies. I just got some more subbies, so I appreciate all you guys who are subbing to my channel. And I also appreciate everybody who's been with me for the longest. Thank you so much, everybody. And thanks for everybody checking out these videos as well, in my other videos and my shorts, okay? Check out my other shorts that I put up, and I'm getting ready to put up one tonight. And then I'm gonna put up another one tomorrow. And I'm actually gonna go somewhere and do a video. I'm trying to do this damn dance step. Y'all, Shay's Tube knows she cannot learn no dance steps. I never could. That's why I could never really dance. I mean, I can dance a little bit, but not like some people can dance. I mean, like even when I be trying to do the little steps they be having on TikTok and stuff, and people be looking cool doing it, I be looking lame when I do them. I don't know. I just cannot pick up these steps and look cool doing them. But I'm going to try to do this other dance, and I'm going to actually do it outside so I won't mess up. Because I was trying to do it tonight, and I kept on messing up. And then I got hot, and I was like, forget it. So I was like, maybe if I do it in front of people, I won't mess up. So when I go back to downtown Temecula, I might do it there. You know, because usually, like, if you think people are watching, at least for me, if I think people are watching, sometimes it encouraged me to not mess up. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't have to practice so many times. And plus it'll be like very cold outside. So therefore I won't really sweat and stuff. But anyway, y'all, be looking forward to that, you know, in my other videos that I'm going to put up. All right. All right. So let me go ahead and do the copyright disclaimer act, because we're not going to be on here like we was last night, y'all, because I didn't go to bed last night until like 4 or 5. And I end up sleeping till like 11 o'clock this morning. You know, I don't go to work until later, but you know, I be want to get up and, you know, do some other things before I go to work and stuff. So I'm going to get off of here a little bit earlier tonight so I can go ahead and get into bed at a reasonable time. All right. So let's go ahead and do this copyright disclaimer real quick. The copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research, and etc. That entire copyright is in my description area. It will be in the comment area. And of course, it's scrolling across that little yellow banner right there. All right. Welcome to everybody in the bushes. Also, welcome to everybody who watches this in a replay. And let's see who's in this chat over here. Okay, Carl is here. He is definitely here. Say salute my. Oh, thank you. You are so sweet, Carl. Thank you so much. Even though I know you don't be awake the whole time, but I still appreciate you coming over here, checking me out and stuff like that, because I know it is late and stuff, and people do have jobs and other things to get to. So I do appreciate you stopping by, you know, showing support, you know, leaving my live on for a few or whatever you do. But thank you so much, okay? All right, so guys, tonight we are going to talk about, today is Wacky Wednesday. Usually I do my lives a little bit earlier, but since I'm working a little later, this is the reason why I come in late and do these lives. And plus, so many people be on in the daytime, and I'd be like, I'll just wait till later to come on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're going to talk about some crazy news tonight, okay? We're going to talk about this man, the husband who allegedly his wife passed on. And you know how most people call the hospital, the EMS or whatever the case is, he didn't. He just left his wife right there on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Because he claimed he did not want to lose her. Just, I'll read the story to you guys and then we'll talk about it. Then I have another story about a Florida dad or man or whatever. I think that's the dad. Who, let me just go to the story real quick so I can get this right. Yes. Anyway, I don't know if it's the dad or just a random dude. Anyway, he was putting, I don't know if he was putting his child or someone else's child in fire because he thought the child was possessed. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys about that story. And I'm still going to tell you about the lady who threw her dog off of the garage. Okay, and I have the still shots of that. And then I have another one, a dude in Florida who threw his dog into a garbage dumpster, and I have the still photos of that. So we're going to talk about those four stories tonight. The first two will be a little bit longer than the second two. I'll just quickly go over those so we can get out of here on time. Okay. So let's go ahead and start this live off with some breaking news and topic time. All right. So breaking news in topic time. 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 Hey. Oh, let me also put my music back on in the background. I wish YouTube would stop tripping out and let us play music. Because I be wanting to play some of the music that I like listening to. Like tonight when I was out, I was actually listening to again my dude Carl Thomas. What was the name of that song? I wish I never met her. I was laughing every time I hear that song, I'd be laughing because I'd be thinking about something. But anyway, I like that song. And then I was listening to Usher, of course, because I love Usher, and I listen to Joe because I like Joe. I was listening to a lot of stuff tonight, and I was jamming in the car the whole time, right? And I was like, damn, I wish I could do this on YouTube. But sometimes you can go to like when people do cover songs of that, and you can play that, and sometimes YouTube won't do no claim or anything. You know what I'm saying? So I wish they would change that though, because I don't understand why they don't let us play regular music. Anyway, it just when you do that, it lets people hear music. Then it can encourage people to go and download it or buy it or whatever the case is. I don't know why they do that. They can make more money. You know what I'm saying? God, I be wanting to play Lucky Day and stuff, but I know not to play him on here, because they definitely do a claim on, and I don't know why, because a lot of people don't know who Lucky Day is. I mean, you would think the record company would want to, or the publishing company would want to let people hear him so more people will know who he is and buy his music. But I don't know why they be tripping out like that. But anyway, probably on when I do my video on, I don't know if I may do a video on a live on Christmas Eve. If I do, I'm going to play some cover songs and see if I can get away with it and stuff like that. And if my voice wasn't so daggone messed up, I would actually go do a couple songs in the studio or whatever the case is. But my ass gonna sing part of it good. The next part gonna be messed up. The next part gonna be hoarse, and then it's gonna be a hot ass mess. So I only can like do parts of songs. You know what I'm saying now? Just parts of songs, because I be hoarse all the damn time. It's like even when I try to do soprano, I can do some of it and then my voice go hoarse. And this would be a hot ass mess. But like in the studio, you can kind of camouflage all that, especially if you have somebody else with you. They can do the parts that you can't do. So sometimes when I be singing, I do that, but I just wish YouTube would change that and let us play music without worrying about getting a copyright claim or a strike or anything like that. Getting out or getting our YouTube live taken down or whatever the case is. That's why I don't share any YouTube videos on my live. You can do the TikTok ones, but you can't do YouTube ones, which is crazy since this is YouTube. It's crazy. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this topic tonight. This is breaking news and topic time. Just like I just said a few minutes ago. Let me put that up like I always do. Let's see here. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I'm already sounding tired, okay? But this is my night voice. Let's see. Breaking news and topic time. Okay, here we go right there. So anyway, where is that story? I got to find it again. I be having so many things on my phone. It's ridiculous. This is where I keep all my information at. I do the new school stuff. I don't be writing stuff now. I just put it on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Make it easier. I just got to find. I need to erase some of this old stuff on here now. It just takes me so long to do that because I be so busy. Let's see. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Okay, so here it is right here. Let me get some more water real quick to try to get my voice kind of a little bit sounding a little better. Okay. I don't know why this is up here. Anyway, this is according to Law and Crime. All right, let me turn that down a little bit more. I got a different background music tonight. Let me turn it all the way down. It's the acoustic cinematic music, I believe. We're gonna turn it all the way down though. So anyway, he said he did not want to lose her. So the man allegedly left his unalive wife's body on the floor for days, letting dogs chew off her foot. All right. So, anyway, Gary Dean Johnson left the body of his wife, Eva Marie McGregor, at home for days instead of seeking help, police said. A man is accused of leaving his unalive wife on the living room floor for days as his dogs chewed on her remains. This is sick. The defendant, Gary Dean Johnson, 60, allegedly told cops in Panama City Beach, Florida, that he did it because he did not want to lose her. According to the arrest affidavit, police received an emergency call from Johnson on Saturday. The resident of the above address, Mr. Gary Johnson, contacted 911 and advised an unknown person was in his home and that his wife, Mrs. Eva Marie McGregor, was laying on the floor and he believed she was deceased, according to officers. Cops arrived shortly after and tried to make contact with Johnson, but there was no answer, documents stated. Looking through the front window, one of the responding officers saw a woman lying supine on the living room floor, blood appearing to be around her, according to the affidavit. Cops forced their way inside the home after they unsuccessfully tried again to get an answer. They finally managed to get in touch with Johnson. Mrs. McGregor was obviously deceased with the skin missing from her face, and her entire left foot was completely removed from her leg. On scene, Mr. Johnson appeared to be disoriented and not lucid. Mr. Johnson stated his two dogs had chewed on Mrs. McGregor's foot, explaining why her foot was removed and missing. At the police department, after receiving his Miranda rights, Johnson told that he remembered his wife calling for help from the living room. She was already unalive by the time he made it to her, he said. Mr. Johnson stated this happened about 4 days ago, and at that time, he knew she was deceased. Mr. Johnson then kept her in the floor of the living room. It should say kept her on the floor of the living room. They don't do no type of editing. Okay, so anyway, Mr. Johnson then kept her on the floor of the living room because he did not want to lose her. What? Mr. Johnson knew he should have called law enforcement or medical help when the medical episode happened with Mrs. McGregor. It should be noted by the level of decomposition of Mrs. McGregor, she appeared to have been deceased over 5 days. Johnson remains at the Bay County Jail on a $5,000 bond for improper storage of human remains. A staffer for the local public defender's office told Law and Crime that they will formally pick up the case Wednesday at an arraignment. But that even then, but that they these people do not edit anything. So let me change this. But even then, they would not make a comment on this story any further. Okay? Goodness. Okay. First of all, I can understand, I sympathize with him. He did not want to lose his wife. He probably was sad, distraught, whatever the case is. But come on now, leaving your wife's unalive body on the floor for 5 days, that's kind of crazy. And then you're sitting there watching the animals, the dogs, chew her skin off her face. I think they said that. And chew her foot completely from her leg. And what was he doing all of this time? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What was he doing the entire time this was happening? And then blood everywhere. And then what about the smell? What about the smell? I mean, for me, I'm trying to figure out, is this man sane, or was he on drugs? 60 years old. Um, what the heck was he thinking? You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, I can understand him saying he didn't want to lose his wife and things like that, but she's basically gone, okay? And you just have the shell, okay? Then it's it's going to the decomposing stage and things like that. What do you call that? Rigid mortis or rigor mortis or whatever. Yeah, rigor mortis is going through that too. So I mean, how could you sit there, and then the smell? How could you sit there and just not do anything? You understand what I'm saying? Not do anything, and then you smelling this body. The dogs are eating the body. Come on now, and then blood. I mean, like, what is wrong with this dude? You know, and then okay, so he said that his wife was calling him, right? So what was wrong with her? I wonder. What did she pass on from? What exactly happened? So let me go ahead and read some of these comments. Then I'm going to see if we can find any more information on that, because they left out a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? How did the wife pass on? From what? Anyway, one commenter said the charge, a simple misdemeanor for abuse of a corpse. Nobody on here knows the circumstances of this couple or how the trauma of suddenly losing his wife affected him. And then Nikki said, yeah, I'm sure his dog's eating on her body was part of the healing process. You are about as stupid as he was. And I agree, because the healing process, what are you talking about? No, excuse me, not that. No, what do you mean when you say losing his wife affected him? Yeah, it did. It did. But to the point where you're just going to sit there and let her body decompose, and then your animals are sitting there chewing off her face and then eating her foot. Come on now. And then the smell, then rigor mortis is happening. Just, I mean, come on now. For 5 days. So you slept, you ate, you took a bath, you did all of this while your wife laid unalive on the floor, or like this article said, in the floor, decomposing the whole entire time, smelly, and all of this. You just sitting there tripping out, or whatever the case is. And then he said that he did not want to lose her. So why come he didn't get up immediately and go and see what was wrong with her when she was calling out for him? 60 is older, but it's not that old. You can still walk, I guess. Let's see. So Jennifer said, excuse me, y'all, please make sure I am taken to the morgue, directly to the morgue. Do not pass go. Just take me directly to the morgue. My dogs prefer science diet. I know that's right. That's crazy. Because, I mean, I always think about people who have animals, right? They live alone, like old people. And if they pass on, about the animals, maybe, doing the same things. Now, I have read some stories, y'all, where animals don't do anything. They don't touch their masters or whatever, their owners and stuff, and they just sit there by the body or whatever the case is and protect it. But some animals just go ahead and consume it, or try to, once you're unalive for some days or whatever the case is, especially if they get hungry and stuff like that. Anyway, Troy said, damn, there is not much compassion for this man at all. I mean, at all. I mean, if it's found she passed on of natural causes, he was clearly traumatized so deeply he was unable to deal with it. The brain has a way of shutting down when reality can't be dealt with. Psychosis set in. And in this man's case, This was the end result. When he said he didn't want to lose her, he meant at her as he knew her, not her as her ashes. The level of his grief may indicate he may never recover from the loss of his wife. Okay. So another commenter said, so he could not make a phone call. And then Into the Blue said, you can grieve all you want. Afterwards, when you call the right authorities for help, there is a unalive body on the floor for 5 days. The stench, the dogs. Maybe he should have just put her in the bed if he wanted to keep. At least she would have been off the floor. Unbelievable. Honestly, the whole entire story is kind of crazy to me. This is why this is called Wacky Wednesday, because this is crazy, okay? I know people don't want to lose people when they pass on. I mean, that's a common, a normal feeling, right? But to sit there and let your wife, who is not here anymore, lay on the floor for 5 days, and then letting the dogs consume her foot, her face, the skin off her face, and all of that, and then blood and all this other stuff. Come on now. The smell alone should have made him call somebody. And then what was he doing the entire time when he was in there with that unalive body? That's what I want to know. So let's see. I'm not gonna read that because that's a very distasteful comment right there. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so Nancy said, poor guy probably loved his dearly, probably loved her dearly. That's what I guess she meant. And it affected his train of thought. I think he lost his mind. And with that said, he should not be punished because he did not unalive her. At least we don't think he did. Okay. Somebody else said it's disgusting. I agree, it's very disgusting. And then another commenter said he must have quit feeding the dogs or they would not have munched on her. So he might have went into like shock or something. He might have just sat there for 5 days and not did anything because he didn't feed his dogs probably or anything because that's why they was eating her. So he probably just sat there, right, in shock. Probably just was out. They said he was basically lucid and everything else. So he probably was in disoriented. So he probably was like in shock. Um, Probably just basically, like some people said in this comment section, out of his mind, right? Because he probably, was so hurt from losing his wife, but still, even if you're out of your mind, damn, don't you smell that body? Come on now. And then, damn, he didn't. What did he do? Go into another room while she was laying there on the floor? And then the dogs are eating her. And then I wonder how many days did it take for the dogs to do that? I guess that she probably, maybe on the second or third days, the dogs might have did that, or maybe the fourth day. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't really do too much. I mean, they did the skin off her face, right, and then her foot. So I'm thinking maybe the dogs probably did that after maybe the third day or so. That's crazy. Uh, Okay, so Mel made a good point here. He said there are a lot of assumptions being made. Does this man have some sort of dementia? He was worried they would take her, but also knew she was not alive. It is a sad situation for all involved. Perhaps he is just a bastard. By why wouldn't he have just reported it when it happened instead of waiting to make it look more suspicious? I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know for sure. You just never know with people. I'm thinking maybe she was ill or something and he couldn't get in there quick enough because he may have something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know because they didn't go into enough details. But I do know this. I don't understand how he sat there all those days with this body laying on the floor, smelling rigor mortis setting in, um, decomposition setting in, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then the dogs doing what they doing. I mean, I just don't understand how he sat there That's the smell alone. The smell alone would have made me come to my senses. Okay, you ever smelled like a unalive animal? You know, when they be laying out like a dog or something. I mean, come on now, that smell is horrible. So the smell alone from the body decomposing, it just would have made me come into my senses. I'm thinking it would have. I mean, but then again, if he lost his you know, mind or he was disoriented or whatever the case is, he might not have smelt anything. You know what I'm saying? He might just was so hurt and so in a shock and stuff. Hey, I would say your name wrong. McRee Gamer. Thank you for coming by and showing support. Y'all check this gamer out and show some support and make sure you let them know, her know, him know that Shade Stoop sent you, okay? Okay, so like I was saying, I just don't understand how this guy I just don't understand it, okay? Um Another commenter said it's only wrong because it's illegal here in the USA. Some countries allow families to keep unalive relatives in their homes. They do, but when they do, they make sure that they do certain things so the body won't smell or anything. Okay, and they also wrap them bodies up and things like that. I know like in the African culture, some African cultures they do that. You know what I'm saying? They put salt in the person's, the unalive person's mouth. I think they put it in the mouth or the nose, something like that. I can't remember. And then they wrap them up in like their outfit, and I think they put like a something white around them and wrap them in that. I can't remember because obviously my friend showed me all of that, and he kept on showing it to me. And I told him I don't want to see that anymore because I don't like looking at unalive bodies and stuff. But they do stuff like that. But I don't know if they keep the bodies in their houses for days. I think they just wash the bodies up and do what I just said. And he told me why they put the salt in their mouth, but I don't remember. And then I think they take them somewhere else. I can't remember. But some cultures do that, but this is not the culture here. Okay, this is the United States of America, so we can't be comparing this situation to some foreign countries that do this. When they do it, you don't smell the bodies because they do everything that they need to do to make sure the body don't smell. They do the proper techniques they need to do, and they certainly are not letting animals get to the body or all the other stuff. Nothing like this. You know. So this lady talking about the tour with y'all people. They I guess I don't know if they still do, but she said these people mummify the bodies of the deceased and care for their preserved bodies as though they are still living. And she said these people believe that after the unaliving process, the soul remains in the house. So the unalive are treated to food, clothing, water, and cigarettes. They keep their unalive people living with them in their homes for decades. And that's very strange. Okay, very strange. But anyway, they still mummify it and they do all the other stuff they need to do so they can preserve the body and you don't smell it. So that's totally different than somebody here in America leaving a unalive person on the floor, letting it decompose and then rigor mortis set in, the skin change because it's all this weird stuff be happening. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then letting your animals consume parts of the body. That's kind of strange to me. It's not normal here in the USA. So I mean, I don't know how this dude did it, but like I said, if he was disoriented, if he was lucid or whatever the case is, um, he that's the reason why he probably could do it. You know what I'm saying? He said he did not want to lose his wife. So I'm thinking he probably was also like in shock, and maybe he did not smell anything. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he did not smell anything. Maybe he went to another room. We just don't know. But even if you go to another room, you'll still smell that body. I'm sorry. You really will still smell that body. Goodness. Okay, another commenter said the same thing. I don't understand how he could stay in the house with her body decomposing. I am a retired officer And the smell just after one day is something you would never forget. Plus, the amount of body fluids that leak out is awful. God rest her soul. And that's, I wanted to say that too, about the fluids that comes out of stuff. So how could he sat there the whole time, man? You know what I'm saying? I just don't, like I said, but we never, people when they start, losing their mind or whatever case is, they're going to shock. Like I said, maybe his sense of smell was gone. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said burning sage works very well to cover that. It cleans the air. Okay, but I don't burn sage because I was reading something about sage and how a lot of people use that in witchcraft. Okay, so I don't burn sage. One day I'll tell you guys about that. My viewers don't like to hear about stuff like that, so that's why I don't really talk about it too much on my channel. But maybe one day I'll tell you guys about that. Another commenter said probably has some mental health problems. Sad story. Maybe dementia, maybe mental health problems, or maybe he just, I don't know, guys. I just don't even know. I don't understand how he sat there that entire time, like I said, smelling that awful smell, seeing the whole situation, you know, um, I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now let me see if okay, somebody said what? What? I don't know what these people be writing. What? He should have been saying the dog started eating her on day one. It's strange, but nobody said that. Okay, it the dogs probably went unfed for probably 2 days, and then, or maybe even three. Could have been even 4 days, and then probably didn't know what else to do. And so when they know that she was unalive, so they look at it just like any other food source. Okay, point blank. And somebody said exactly what I just said. The smell of being unalive comes on quick. To an animal who relies heavily on scent, you would not be you anymore. Even an animal knows this. Okay, they even knows this. Know this. Let me tell y'all a story about an animal, a couple of animals. One day I was driving home. I was driving home, right, and I was driving kind of slow, and I don't know why I was looking on the sidewalk, but I was. And so I was stopped at the light, and I happened to look over. I saw a unalive rabbit on the road. Okay. And by the rabbit was another rabbit. The rabbit that was alive was standing by the unalive rabbit, just like a person would do. Like basically saying is like basically saying bye to it. Okay. And I just thought that was so, it was sad, but at the same time, it was sweet. And I had never seen no rabbit do that before. You know what I'm saying? I think I have seen like dogs do that, but not like a rabbit, you know? And then I was going to go back. I wanted to go back and take another look, but by the time I came back around, the other rabbit had left and stuff. But I thought that was sweet, but at the same time, it was sad, And I just feel sorry for animals too, when some people just run over them on purpose, because a lot of people don't realize that those animals have feelings too. And when one of their partners or whatever gets unalive, they feel pain too, because you can clearly tell that rabbit was feeling pain. That's why I be trying to avoid animals and stuff. I'm not gonna, unalive myself or others trying to avoid them. But when I see them, I usually just slow down or whatever the case is. Now, sometimes they just run right in front of the car, and you just can't help it. Because like I made a mistake and ran over a squirrel. I think that was a squirrel a couple of years. It might have been a rabbit. I can't remember. It was like right before CB19, and I made a mistake and ran over it and stuff. And I was so sad about it. And I was trying to avoid the rabbit. The damn thing ran right underneath my tires, and I wasn't going to get into no accident or anything, right? And I hit it, and I was looking for it to see where did it go, because I wanted to see if I hit it, but he must have ran, because they use when you hit an animal, they run and hide and pass on. But I was so sad, y'all. I even cried about that because I had never ran into I never ran over an animal before or anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so they do have feelings, and I hate when I see that. You know what I'm saying? Especially like dogs and those coyotes and cats and things like that. I'll be caring when I see a possum, though. I'm not gonna lie, because I do not like those creatures. But I don't try to hit nothing and on purpose or anything like that just because I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a sad situation. As far as this dude, my condolences are expressed out to him and his family, or whatever the case is, and hopefully, they can find out what's wrong with him and get him some help. Help him get through this pain. Hopefully, his family members will come and help him. Get through the pain of losing his wife and things like that. Because I know it's a very traumatic experience, and I can imagine how he feels on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Losing a partner, no telling how long they were together, you know. So let me see if I can find any updated information on this too, to see if they got any more information on this. Let me see. Let's see. Oops, let me go back to the what's name and do a screenshot of it. Not a screenshot, but what's name. So I won't have to type all this out. Let's see, where was that at? But that is a sad situation, y'all. It really is. Goodness. But you never know, what losing a loved one, like a wife or a husband, can do to you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start getting older. You know, I think it may be a little tougher when older people lose their significant other, because a lot of times these people be helping them, be that like their caretaker too, and then they have been with them 40, 50 years or 30 years. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Losing a partner and things like that after you've been with them so long, you done shared everything with them every day. They there every night, and then all of a sudden, they're gone. So like I said, my prayers are sticking out to this dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he probably is still like in shock. So let me see if I can find any more information on him real quick. I couldn't do this little thing I was trying to do, copy and paste from the WhatsApp. I can do it from there. So let me just type it in here and see if I can get any more information. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Just bear with me. Let me put this on man. Hold on, y'all. For one. Let me see. I spelled that damn. I mistyped. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's see if I can find any updates on that. So this is the dude right here, y'all. Let me show y'all this man. He look like he a little off. No, I ain't gonna lie. But let me stop. Hold on. Let me see. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So this is him right here. Yeah, he probably sad. He does not really look like he's off. I just think maybe he was just real sad. I guess he's not that old either looking. So it looks like he can get around and everything else. I don't know. Y'all. Like I said, you just can never know, how things affect people. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. So it's kind of unfair to really say anything because we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know I'm not going to be doing all that, you know, but you never know. Let's see if I can find anything else on him. And this is his wife. I can show y'all another picture of him too. I'm glad they got more information on him. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. So that's him. Let me see, because they got a picture of him and his wife together. Let me see if I. So, is this him right here? Okay, yeah, this is him right here and his wife. So, dang, that's sad, y'all. Happier times. Oh, that don't look like the same dude, but I guess it is. Excuse me, y'all. Let me see. That is the same dude. But anyway, let's see. He said he remembered his wife calling for help in the living room. But he said that by the time he reached her, she was already unalive. So this is her right here too. These people know they be looking different in different pictures. I guess that is her right there too. Let's see. So anyway, they said the wife's body has been turned over to the medical examiner's office, but it is still unknown how she passed on. Okay. And he was arraigned on Wednesday and ordered held in the county jail on a $5,000 bond. And a pretrial hearing is scheduled for January the 18th. So he is incarcerated. Let's see, in the county jail on a $5,000 bond. All right. And let's see what else. Let me see what else I can see. What else do they have? Any other information? Okay. So they said that she was unalive for more than 5 days. Okay. He claimed that she was only unalive for about 4 days, but they said that the stage of decomposition indicates that she's been unalive for more than 5 days. Okay. So let's see what else. Okay. So this is the street they live on, right here. They got all this on here, so that's why I like to look up stuff more in depth. I mean, more in depth sometimes because it you can find more information. You see that? That's the neighborhood, and let's see what else they have on here. Yeah, he was there. Let's see. Okay, it's just basically saying the same thing that I just read before. Okay, let's see. And this happened on Saturday, y'all. On Saturday. Okay, so now you know that. And and that is a felony charge. Okay. Let's see. What else do they have here? Okay. So it's basically repeating everything I already said. Just the only thing that was different was the fact that I showed you guys pictures of him and her in their house, their neighborhood. I guess this is her right here as well. And I think I gave you a little something different. Oh, about her body being taken to the coroner. And they still trying to find out the cost. Doesn't look like she was old as him. I don't know how old she was. Okay, let me see if I can find any more information on them real quick. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I don't see anything different, y'all. Hold on, let me see what they said on this site right here. Okay, yeah, it's the same thing. And he is the one who called 911, just to clarify that. Um, he was reporting that an unknown person was inside his home and that his wife, Eva Marie, was lying on the floor and he believed she was unalive. But who is the unknown person that he said was in his house? That's the part they're not telling us about. And that's it. I can't wait to find out the other information they get. Okay, because who is the unknown person that he's talking about, or did he think he was seeing an unknown person in the house? So let me see what they said right here. They said that they did a crime scene was processed. They said a crime scene was processed. All right, so let me see. Okay, let's see. And they said this happened about 9 months after a woman was found guilty of unaliving her fiance and concealing and living with his corpse for about 2 months. These people are absolutely nuts, okay? Absolutely. That is crazy. I hope he didn't do anything to her, though. I really do. But we will find out when I get updates. I'm going to let you guys know. Excuse me, y'all. People are crazy. Let me see what that story is about. So this woman right here in March, excuse me, y'all. This woman right here unalive her fiance back in March of this year, right? And she had his corpse in her house for months, trying to conceal for 2 months, trying to conceal his unaliving. This lady 46. This lady looked like she about 66. Y'all know good and damn well. This is why people think 46, 52, 56 and all that is old. Because you got people looking like this at 46. 46, y'all. Come on now. 46. She's 46. Okay. Anyway, her fiance was 82 years old. He could be her dad. Okay, come on now, y'all. Come on. Anyway, she was found guilty of unaliving him. Okay. This happened in June 2022 too. Okay, I guess she was charged. I guess she was convicted in last year. Okay. The police arrived at her home and found his corpse. Okay. And she told the police that he had passed on during the first week of April of that year, and that she had been living with his corpse since then. Crazy. Anyway, they did an autopsy, and it showed that her fiance was unalived by homicide. The cause of unaliving appeared to be a blunt, sharp force trauma. They said deputies discovered his body only after his stepdaughter contacted them and said she was worried for his safety because she had not heard from him in months. Anyway, the lady was found guilty of malice murder, 2 counts of felony murder, aggravated assault, concealing someone's unaliving, exploitation of an elderly individual, and financial transaction card theft. This is why I be telling people you can't be marrying people 40 and 30 years older than you, okay? And hooking up with them and linking up with them. Because you know good and daggone well, she only wanted that man's money. 46 and he's 82. Come on now, y'all. Y'all better stop being so desperate. You know what I'm saying? And stop dating these people and knowing good and daggone well that they probably want your money. You know, let's keep it real. Sometimes you do find people who are really attracted to older people, right? And they really do like the people. But a lot of people just be out for that money. And especially some women, they don't care about giving up some sex for money and, for that money and to have a good life. Okay. Some of these women do not care. I could never do it. I cannot talk to a dude just for his money if I don't like him. I don't care how much money he gives me. I just cannot do it. It just that I wouldn't even be able to kiss him or anything else. And he would know. He would know with me because I just cannot fake it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how people, you got to be desperate because how can you're 46, get it hooked up with somebody that's 80 some years old and you're just 46 years old. You're not 70 something, you're 46. And this dude is 82. And that's why she probably planned all of that. You know what I'm saying? She already knew she was going to do this. That's crazy. It's a lot of these weirdos. It's another person, Jennifer Madge. She unknowingly lived with the corpse of her husband missing for 8 months, but she didn't do it. She just did not know. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, man. And her husband's body was mummified. It was inside of a concealed closet, y'all. Goodness. She thought her husband was missing. She reported her husband missing. All right. And he must have, I don't know what happened. Let me see. Let's see. I don't know what happened to him because they don't say, but clearly he must have was in another part of the house and something happened. Maybe he had a heart attack or something like that. And I guess she didn't know he was in that part of the house, and she just thought he was missing. She filed a police report saying that she thought he was a missing people police report and stuff. And the way she found out Is because she said she was trying to put a Christmas tree up, and she said she was looking for a tote of Christmas ornaments, and that's when she discovered him. And you know what? He actually committed, you know what? Suicide. Excuse me, Suicide. That's what happened. So he unalived himself in the house, in a closet, a concealed closet, and she thought he was missing. So I guess she looked in the house and she probably didn't know the closet was there. And her husband went in there and committed that awful act, and she probably just thought he was missing, gone, and she filed a police report and everything. And then one day she was looking for some Christmas ornaments, and that's when she discovered him. That is crazy, man. And they said their home was like a hoarder home, so they had a lot of stuff in there too. So it made it hard for the cops to find the missing man's body. That's crazy, man. What year did that happen in, I wonder? Let's see. Excuse me, y'all. That happened in December, I guess, of the 2022, maybe somewhere around that time. But that's crazy, man. Oh, what did she say about the smell? Hold on, let me see what she said about the smell. Let me see. I think she said, okay, look, she said the police did notice a sewer-like odor, which a plumber said was the sewer gas. Okay, and then in December is when Jennifer was searching for her Christmas decorations, and then she went into a concealed closet where she discovered her husband's mummified body. That's crazy, y'all. We're not calling this Wacky Wednesday for nothing. These stories are straight up wacky, y'all. Dang. Okay? Man, but at least she did not do anything to her husband. He unalived himself. Okay? The other lady I just told you about, she actually, the 46-year-old actually unalived her fiance, who was 82 years old. And then she kept his body there concealed for, I cannot remember, for, let's see, let me go back and see, for 2 months. So I don't know what she do about the smell, but she probably looked it up and found out what to do about the smell and all that stuff. But these people are absolutely nuts. And again, it's like, look like she's older than 46 years old. My gosh, 46, like she's 66. Man. But anyway, man, those stories are actually crazy, man, for real. But getting back to the other dude, with his wife passed on not too long ago, and he was, probably petrified from the whole thing. Not petrified, but he probably was horrified. Not horrified. He probably was just heartbroken and just really, really sad. You know what I'm saying? About the whole situation. He does not look like he has anything wrong with him, but we don't know for sure. You know what I'm saying? We don't know for sure. And hopefully they will let us know, once they check him out and once they find out exactly what happened to his wife. And then I'll let you guys know. I don't know why I keep on coughing tonight. But anyway, and let me see. I think they had 2 dogs too. They have 2 dogs. And man, so both of those dogs must have been eating his parts of his wife. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to the next story, guys. Because we already been on here for 54 minutes, so we need to hurry up. And it's already 12:45. So the next story, y'all, is about this dude here. Hold on, let me get to it real quick. About this Florida guy, okay? This is from Fox News. Let me get me some water real quick because I don't know why I started all this coughing tonight. Anyway, I should have taken an allergy pill because sometimes I start that coughing, my allergies mess up too. But anyway, a Florida man was unalived after putting a child he thought was possessed into fire and also striking a deputy with a rod. All right. Anyway, a Florida man accused of trying to burn a 9-year-old boy he believed was possessed by a demon before hitting a sheriff's deputy in the head with a metal rod, was shot unalive on Tuesday, authorities said. Firefighters responded just after 4 p.m. to reports of a burning pile of debris on the side of Bay Blossom Drive at the intersection of U.S. Route 98 in Seabree, in the Highlands County Sheriff's Office said. Excuse me, y'all. The situation, however, was deemed suspicious, and deputies were called for help. Responding deputies arrived and found 39-year-old Richard Myron Ham armed with two metal rods, according to police. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let's see. So let me show you the picture right here. That's where he was burning or trying to burn the little boy at. Anyway, right here they have Richard Myron Ham and 30-year-old LaKenya Phillips believed that her 9-year-old son was possessed by a demon and were burning the child's belongings on the side of the road in Sebring, Florida. That's according to Highlands County Sheriff's Office. I don't know why. Hold on for a minute. I don't know why I keep on coughing. Something is in my throat. Hold on. Anyway, Ham pulled the taser probes from his body and rearmed himself with one of the bars. Dang. He then swung the metal rod and struck a deputy in the head. So this is the this metal rod that he had. All right. Let me show y'all what it looked like so y'all can see it. Me and my coughing spells tonight. Okay, let's see what else. Another deputy opened fire and struck Ham. Ham was rushed to a hospital where he was pronounced, you know what? The injured deputy was treated at another hospital and released. Now, during an investigation, deputies learned that Ham and a 30-year-old LaKenya Phillips were burning the possessions of Phillips' 9-year-old son. So this is the dude right here. Now, this dude also has a criminal history that include multiple arrests and convictions for armed felonies and drug possessions. He probably was high and shit as hell then. That's why them drugs ain't no good. Got you think your child is possessed and everybody else's child is possessed. Okay, let me show y'all him. Okay, let's see. Okay, so anyway, Ham and Phillips believed the child was possessed by a demon, according to the sheriff's office. Witness told deputies that they saw Ham put the child into the fire and cover him with a blanket that was already burning. The sheriff's office said the child was able to escape the flames and avoid serious injury. I'm glad that child was smart. Okay. Phillips and the boy were both listed as missing and endangered in Wichita, Kansas on December the 6th, according to authorities. It was unclear when or why the pair came to Highlands County. Deputies searched Ham and Phillips' car, finding multiple firearms and drugs inside. Ham had a criminal history that included what I just told you guys before. And he also had multiple arrests in Arkansas, South Carolina, and Georgia. So I'm thinking the dude in her just strung out on drugs. I'm really thinking that. Okay. But I'm glad that little boy was smart enough to run. Okay. I'm glad he was. Anyway, one commenter said, first they burned the child's possessions in front of him and then tried to burn the child. Sounds like they are the ones possessed instead. Guy got what he deserves after attacking an officer. Okay, Travis said if he was possessed, it was probably the demon that did it. Unfortunately, it probably at the price of a lost soul. Of course, courts don't recognize God in the existence of evil, and God we trust is a meaningless um, little term they use. First of all, they didn't say that the man was possessed. They said that the man and the girlfriend, which is the boy's actual mom, um, they believe that the little boy was possessed. And I guess they was trying to burn the demon out of the little boy. You know, that's why they put his clothes in there too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think they were doing. But they didn't say that the man was possessed. They said that they believe, hey, Captain Keith, salute. And thank you for coming by. Y'all check out Captain Keith, okay? He be talking about some really good, interesting topics. He also take you to work with him, and you can see everything that he does at his job. And it's pretty interesting, so y'all need to check him out, especially late at night. Okay, and then, he also cover a lot of different topics on his Bounce 101 radio channel. He also plays music and stuff. He be dancing. He be doing the most. So check him out, all right? And tell him that Shades Tube sent you, all right? Thank you, Captain Keith. But anyway, like I was saying, I don't know. I think they probably were strung out on drugs, honestly, and doing all those different type of drugs and shit. You know, you could possibly they probably was just thinking anything. You know what I'm saying? The drugs was probably making them go crazy. Because I'm sure they were doing more than weed. You know, but anyway, I'm just glad the little boy had enough sense to get away from these lunatics and stuff. Trying to burn the devil out of the kid. Come on now. Anyway, this one commenter said he thinks the child is possessed. What the F is going on here in Florida? That man sounds like he is the one possessed by the devil himself. Okay? Somebody else said, no, he's just crazy. Sorry, but crazy people need to be removed from society. This goes for many drug addicted, homeless people. Criminals don't deserve a free pass just because their brain doesn't work right. Otherwise, cases like this becomes a much higher possibility. And remember, I told you guys about a story that I'm going to. Thank you, Captain Keith. I told you guys about a story that I'm going to cover about this lady. This just happened recently, I believe, where she thought her child was possessed too. And her child actually passed on, right? But the child did not pass on because the mom unalived the child. The child was dehydrated, severely dehydrated, which caused other problems, health problems for the child. So when the mom was seeing these health problems, she actually confused it with the child being possessed by a demon. Because if you're into that type of stuff, like the mom and her friend, they were into all that new type stuff, all that positive energy and all that type of stuff. Okay. So no telling what type of books she was reading. And then, when you read those type of books and you see demon possession, some of those symptoms from that probably align with the symptoms that little boy was experiencing from being severely dehydrated. And her crazy self thinking that she refused to take care of the child. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't take the child to the doctor. I think they said she wasn't really feeding the child or anything. So the child was just neglected and stuff. And her friend that helped her, they actually caught the friend, right? And the friend is incarcerated right now. But the mom is still on the run right now. Okay, they're still looking for this lady. But she thought her child was possessed by a demon. You got a lot of these lunatics out here think this. Now, I'm not saying that somebody can't actually be possessed, okay? But I'm just saying these people right here, okay, that lady I just told you about, that child was not possessed. This man right here who just got himself murked, trying to burn up his girlfriend's son because they thought that this little boy was possessed. Now, I don't know. He could be possessed. I don't know. I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, you can't be out here burning people. You know what I'm saying? And, and they're telling us that this dude and this lady had a bunch of drugs in the car. Some drugs can make you hallucinate and think stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the dude who sat in his house with his wife's unalive body, right? The other story I just told you about. If it comes out that he was on any type of drugs, that is probably why he can sit and how he can sit in the house with a body that's passed on for 5 days or more, you know? So drugs, man, drugs can do a lot of shit to you. You know what I'm saying? And so if these people right here were on drugs, hell, they probably did think the little boy was possessed. But I hope they do question the mom, you know, thoroughly to find out why they think her son is possessed by a demon. They need to question her. Now, Amy said just what I just said. She said, one must be told there is something called demonic, and this is done in Christianity. Everything from Cabbage Patch Dolls to Taylor Swift is deemed demonic. Demons are not human, therefore, they get some twisted permission to harm the evil. This is the danger that infests our country. Okay. Yeah, and I want to know where's the little boy too. Somebody else asked, where's the little boy? It doesn't matter about the crazy dead man, unalive man, sorry, YouTube, or the woman. What about the little boy? But I do want to know um, about the woman too, because I want to know why she thinks her son is possessed. Okay, I want to know that. And when you have parents that think this, I think they need to talk to them to find out why they think this. You know what I'm saying? To see if something is going on in their heads, or if they are like thinking it's because they're on drugs. They need to find out why. You know what I'm saying? And then put it in the news so we can know. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, all we know is that the dude thought, and the mom thought, that the little boy was possessed by a demon. So therefore, they wanted to rid his body of it by, I guess, purify him in fire. You know what I'm saying? To get the demon out. But then the thing about it, when they purify him in fire, if he was possessed by a demon, don't they know that the demon would come outside of the little boy? The demon is not going to be killed by the fire. So I don't know. I don't know where these people get all this, how they think. Because if it's just a spirit in him, that spirit would move on to another host. Okay, if that was actually what was going on. But like I said before, you know, I hope they are talking to this mom, you know what I'm saying, to find out why she thought or thinks her son is possessed by a demon. What was her son doing to make her think this? Or was she and her boyfriend just hallucinating because they were on so many drugs? That's what we need to know. They need to find this out. And everybody said he sounds like he was the one possessed, especially pulling out those prongs, you know what I'm saying, from the taser. I think he was possessed with them drugs, though, on the for real, for real. I really do. Somebody said good riddance. Hope the child can get proper care and counseling now. Right. Okay, wait a minute. What? Mm. Somebody said, who is this woman? Fair skin, brown hair. The suspect has a woman's face. He got a woman's guilt. Okay, let me see. Somebody said that possessed are them on those drugs. Okay, let me see what this man look like again. Let's look at him again because they say he looks like a lady. I don't think this dude look like no damn lady. He looks like a dude to me. Somebody fair skin. What that? I mean, he looks like a dude to me. Let me show y'all. He looks like a man. Okay, look a little crazy though. I'm gonna tell you straight up. But anyway, he probably did have some mental issues, you know what I'm saying? And again, he could be strung out on drugs. He don't look high in this picture. This is a mug shot from one of his felony charges or whatever the case is, arrest. Yeah, he's just a criminal anyway. You know what I'm saying? He was just a criminal, straight up. Um, yeah, you can't just really tell, but when they said the drugs, drug possession, but that doesn't mean he was on drugs though. That just means he had drugs. He could be selling drugs. So again, I don't know, y'all. These people are crazy as hell, and sometimes people are not crazy. They actually see things, but still, you don't handle it like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't terminate your child. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody else's child. So let's see what else they got here. I don't see any more information on them, but if I do find any more information, any updates, I'm definitely going to let you guys know. I still say if he does take drugs, it's probably coming from them drugs. If he takes drugs, yeah. Let's see here. And that's another thing too. Somebody talking about that. The little boy and the mom were listed as missing and endangered. So I wish they would explain that a little bit more in detail. Mm. So did the boyfriend make the mom leave and the little boy leave? I don't know, y'all. This is crazy because sometimes when people, like when women leave their home to go with a dude to run away with them, sometimes the family members will go file these papers and stuff. And especially if like her and the boyfriend was fighting or anything like that, they would go and file charges and stuff like that. File not charges but a missing people thing, and they would list it at. And then they can tell the police that the dude is crazy or whatever the case is. So then they would put it as endangered as well as missing. Okay, so David said, give the kid an exorcism for Christmas if he's possessed, and don't be a Scrooge about it. At least the cop got time off to get better for Christmas. Okay. Let's see. So somebody else said, I would like to see the cop's injury in the video evidence. Why did he have to go to a different hospital? Oh, because in Florida, they have upper class and lower class hospitals. Been there, it's true, depends on your insurance where they refer you. If he was doing this to his kid, it's not his kid. He deserved to be arrested. It seems he was mentally ill. And if he tried to burn his kid, I mean, glad they got this guy. But why not take his what? Why not take his arm out or legs? They didn't have to unalive him. They do that to they do that so no witnesses easier. The SUICIDE by cop, it happens everywhere now. And funny how if he had all these weapons, but none of him just seems convenient. Isn't Florida where that cop was that was planting evidence for people in drugs? Shaking my head. I don't know what these people be writing in this comment section. The hell did she just say? Okay, for real, for real. I'm not even getting ready to read all this again. Okay, basically she's trying to come up with the excuse, basically saying that the cops could be lying about their injuries. Why did they have to unalive this dude? They could have just, shot him in his leg or his arm. And if he had all these weapons, but not on him, they believe she trying to say that maybe the cops planted the drugs and the weapons on him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about all that. And if they tased him, he was taking out the taser prongs, and then he also hit one of the cops with the metal rod that he had in his hands. That's why they shot him. And everybody, listen, ain't nobody thinking about trying to shoot you in your arm or leg. If you hitting people with a metal rod, you can actually unalive somebody with that. Please. And did they really do us a disservice? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. If they wouldn't have came, if that little boy wouldn't have ran, they would have unalived that little boy, put him in the daggone fire. Come on now, y'all need to stop taking up for these people. Okay, let's see. Somebody said, rest in hell, you piece of shit. And somebody else said, charge the mom also. And then another commenter said, one word, Florida. And then another commenter said, exactly. But anyway, y'all, again, if I get an update on that, I will let you guys know about it. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Like I said, if you think your child is possessed by a demon, you need to go a priest, okay, or somebody like that. Not take matters into your own hands, okay, because you read some books and things like that. Go to a priest, talk to them about it, and see what they can, how they can help you. Okay, point blank. Goodness. And then you got to ask yourself, how did the child get possessed? You know what I'm saying? You believe in all this stuff. How? What were they doing to bring the demon into the house to possess the child? Okay, you got to ask yourself all these type of things. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, again, I think it's just if he was on drugs or anything, I actually think it's just the drugs and things like that, or whatever else they were getting into. And hopefully we can find out. They'll let us know. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I hope the little boy be okay. I hope they get the little boy some counseling. Hey, J4, salute to you, hon. And thank you for tuning in. I hope they get this little boy some counseling, you know, and some other help if he needs it. And hopefully they can talk to the mom. I'm sure they already talking to her. And if she participated in this willingly, hopefully they filed charges on her as well. Hey, Bronze Flower Power God, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully they charge her as well, because I don't understand how she was listed missing and endangered, but she's there with this dude, her boyfriend, getting ready to burn up her son because she trying to get the demon out of him. Come on now. And then this dude has so many felonies and drug possession, and I think they said armed robberies and things like that. Why are you even with this type of dude? Why? Okay. So, like I said, hopefully they will get to the bottom of this. And, if she needs charges, they need to charge her ass too. Um, talk to her to find out why they believed her son was possessed. Point blank. We need to find out why these people think this. Okay. Because I know some people don't believe in all that stuff, but I have seen stuff, you know what I'm saying, online, you know what I'm saying, and I have read books about stuff, so anything is possible. But even if he was, okay, you don't handle that like that. You don't do these things. You actually go talk to a priest or something. Yeah, I would say a priest, and talk to him about that and see what they recommend. He can just do an exorcism. You know what I'm saying? Because they do these things for real. They really do. Look it up. They do exorcisms for real. You don't supposed to be doing that yourself. You go somewhere else and let the priest do it. You don't go and take matters into your hands to burn it. You can't burn no demon out of a person. Come on now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This person talking about the cops didn't have to shoot him. They could have shot him in his arms or legs. Nobody think about no arms or legs if he grabbing a metal rod at them. Please. If somebody grab a metal rod at me and then they hit me with the thing, you think I'm thinking about shooting you in your arm or your leg? Please. And a cop isn't thinking about it. Please. But anyway, I'm just glad that little boy had enough sense to run. I don't know if the demon made him run or what, or if he was really possessed or not, but I'm glad he had enough sense to run. And that's just on everything. Y'all make sure y'all don't do no more than 2 emojis, okay? And no all caps. Okay, let's see. Somebody said always look at the facial expressions and eyes. This person is probably possessed, might even be in love with Satan. And that's what I'm saying too. How do we not know that he and that girl are engaging in some type of Satanism or something like that? You see what I'm saying? So you just never know. That's why I hope that they are really investigating her and checking her out in detail just to find out exactly what they were getting into. Okay? Because some of these parents be doing weird shit, and that's on everything. You know what I'm saying? And then combined with these damn drugs and stuff, no telling. Now let me see. Okay, Carolyn said this. Some BS. You are taking a man that has metal rods in his hands, and you're close enough for him to swing on you, officer. Y'all think this life is a joke. Demon spirits are real and could have jumped from the boy into the man. Could be. Okay? Could be. And also drugs are real. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? We are not. We just don't know everything. Okay. Again, I have seen things on video. I've read books about stuff. I don't read them now, but I have in the past, and I think that is real demon possession. To be perfectly honest. However, um, you got to ask yourself, how did he become possessed? If he was possessed, were they doing anything dealing with Satanism? Where they doing weird shit. You just don't know. Even when you be high on drugs like that, that sometimes that's a gateway for things to come into you if you believe in it. Even if you don't believe in it, it is a gateway. I don't care what y'all say out there, YouTube land, it really is. Okay, so no telling, what happened with these people. That's why I said they need to talk to the mom, check her out fully, and find out. Talk to the little boy, check him out fully. Regardless, okay, the the boyfriend and the mom should not have handled that way. Period. Just say if the little boy was demon possessed. Again, you take that little boy to a priest, okay, somebody who specializes in that, all right, and then you let them do an exorcism or something like that to get the demon out of the child. Because burning the child up is not going to get the demon out, because the demon is a spirit, right? So the spirit is going to move on to something else, another host, right? So please, I mean, that's stupid to even think that, you know. Okay, another commenter said it's the meth in the PCP, straight up psychosis. They said they had probably been up for days till their minds started believing stupid stuff. Drugs are bad. Don't do them. Love the Lord. Love your significant other. Love your body. Eat quality foods that you cook and go to the gym and take care of yourself. Those are the rules of life, and keep that mind straight and stop looking up weird shit. Reading weird books and engaging into strange religions and stuff like that, and strange practices and stuff, and just doing weird shit. Because sometimes people do open up gateways for certain spirits to come inside their homes and things like that. You know what I'm saying? They really do. I know what I'm talking about. They do. Okay, they do. Just because you guys never seen it before, or you ain't never seen a ghost, or whatever the case is, it does not mean these things are not true. Period. You know. Let's see what these people said. Somebody said good and evil exists for a reason, yin and yang. Another person said, I don't believe that at all. It is what it is. People can believe whatever they want to. I don't know why they arguing in this comment section. People can believe whatever they want to, point blank. And this is why so many people handle situations like these two weirdos just did. You know what I'm saying? And then it cost the other dude his life. That's not how you handle it, whether you believe in it or not. You know what I'm saying? And more importantly, just watch what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people invite things into their lives and stuff. But anyway, I'm glad the little boy had common sense to get away, to run. Okay, 9 years old, he has some sense. Okay, and hopefully they put him with a good family, and get him some help. And hopefully they definitely get the mom some help for sure. I mean, some help, because something is wrong with her too. That's crazy. How can you allow some boyfriend to cloud your mind up with this foolishness and then make you think, or either she made him think, I don't know, that your child is possessed by a demon? That is crazy as ever, man. But anyway, let me go ahead and tell you guys these other two stories. It's already 1:15, and we're going to get out of here, okay? These people, these some crazy ass people in this world. Listen to this. A mom led her 8-year-old daughter to her, you know what, by telling her to go under a stopped freight train to catch a bus. Between California and Florida, I don't know which has the most craziest people. This is a California mother who led her 8-year-old daughter under a freight train in order to catch a bus. But you know what? Okay. She didn't do it. Okay, listen. I don't think the mother was just thinking, okay? She didn't do it like this. Okay, when you originally look at this article, it makes you think that she basically made her daughter do it because she was trying to get rid of her daughter. That's not the case. No. Anyway, she was sentenced to 6 years behind bars for child abuse and endangerment. Okay, and this lady is 49 years old. But what she did is told her daughter to go underneath a freight train to catch a bus because they was trying not to miss the bus. Okay, and she definitely did not mean to do it. She didn't think. I guess she didn't. I guess the freight train must have taken off or something. I don't know. But she was crying and said that she wished she could take the moment back. Let's see exactly um, what happened. So they said that the mother admitted to leading leading her then 9-year-old son and her 8-year-old daughter under the freight trains 7 times before the fatal day, December the 17th, 2018. So this is something that she was always doing, okay? So I guess like when they was trying to catch the bus on time and the freight trains probably normally stood still. So she was telling her kids to run underneath it so they can catch the bus. But what did she do while they was running underneath it? Was she on the other side or she probably ran underneath it too? I'm just assuming. And then the one time she did it one time too many. And probably when her daughter ran under it, the freight train must have started moving. Let's see. So it says this time it involved her first leading her son across the tracks under a mile-long stationary freight train. She had wanted to catch a city bus and called on her daughter to follow. Her daughter was hesitant, but eventually she tried. She only to get lodged into the bottom of the train, police said. Then the train started to move, dragging her, partially dismembering her for about 500 feet before it stopped. And Collins, her mom, managed to pull her out. I knew that happened, okay, because oh man, they said they heard the little girl say, "Mom, mom." Then I heard the train start up, and I told my boyfriend to go help because there was a kid under the train. That is sad. So yeah, that's what she was doing. She had did this so many times, at least what 6, 7 times, and then the last time, she did it. She first led her son across the tracks underneath the stationary freight train. And then she told her daughter to come on. Her daughter was scared, was hesitant. Her intuition probably was telling her not to do it, but her mom kept on telling her to come on. And clearly the daughter is going to follow her mom's commands. And when the daughter went underneath the train, she got stuck. And then I guess she was trying to get out, but the train started up and started moving. And then it crushed the little girl, dismembering her and dragged her. That's what happened. I knew it. That's why you can't be going underneath trains and stuff and all this other stuff. Man, that is crazy. This is Wacky Wednesday, y'all. Um, I don't know. People are going off about this, but I be seeing people like when I used to live in Georgia, there was a lot of train tracks around there, right? I would see people going underneath trains and things like that. So I'm not. I know she didn't do this on purpose. Okay. Um, I just feel sorry for her, okay? Definitely in her daughter and all that. I'm not even gonna say anything else about it because parents sometimes they be rushing to catch buses and stuff and all that, and they done did it so many times and they thought the train was gonna stay still. You just never know. What people do. You know what I'm saying? I would have never done it, but you never know what people do. So I'm not gonna say anything bad about this mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say just like this lady said right here. This breaks my heart. That poor child. I can't even imagine the fear and pain she felt, and that her own mother put her in that position. And that's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? Because her mom should have known better. But like I said before, they be doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? They be, when you be out there catching buses and trying to get the bus, and the train just normally sits there all the damn time. She probably thought it was okay, and so and they was doing it so many times. She just probably thought it was okay. You know what I'm saying? Then the little boy I had already ran. She and her son already had went underneath the freight train and got past it. You know, because the bus, if they would have walked around, it probably would have been. They probably would have missed the bus. It's probably a longer walk or whatever the case is. And like I said, she did it so many other times before, and then plus her and her son had just did it. So she probably just didn't even think that the child could get stuck or anything else. And this just so happened, the train started up. That is sad. You know what I'm saying? Just bad judgment all the way around. You never should be going underneath a train, period. You know what I'm saying? And somebody said it's a federal offense to walk across train tracks with the train on it, and then going in between two cars too. I don't know. People do that all the time, though. For real, I see people going underneath the tracks, walk between them, all types of stuff, jumping on the train. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. A lot of people do this with their kids. She, like I said, it was just a stupid thing that she did, that she was doing, period. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't thinking. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very crazy. They probably gave her 6 years because they know it was just a real bad choice, you know what I'm saying, and a mistake, and she didn't do it on purpose. These people in this comment section are saying some crazy stuff. It was an accident. This lady right here is tripping. And people are so damn stupid. Um, this lady said this biatch sent her daughter under trains 7 times before the time that it unalived her. This is all caps to y'all. And you're dumb enough to think it was an accident. Judge is a moron too. First of all, it was an accident, okay? It was, okay? Secondly, I know some of these people probably who are not poor or whatever the case is, probably got a car, 2 or 3, just everything there, whatever the case is. They probably never had to run to catch a bus or anything else, okay? I'm telling you, I have seen people do weird shit like this in Georgia, okay? I really have, even grown-ups. So she probably thought, since she did it all the other times to catch the bus, she probably never thought that her little daughter would get stuck and then the train would start up. Very stupid, very stupid. Point blank. But I don't think she did it on purpose. I think it was an accident. Point blank. I really do. And I don't know why she just didn't leave early enough. Okay, but people be late because people be rushing and things like that. But the thing about it, you need to leave early. Okay, so you can walk around the train. All right, and then catch the bus versus all of y'all going underneath the train. Now, initially when I first read the story, I thought they were saying that the mom just made her go underneath the train track, but no, that's not the case. They all did this. Okay, the little girl was scared to do it the last time. Her intuition was probably telling her not to, but since mom didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? She was like, "Come on, come on, come on." Kids are gonna do what they're told to do. Damn. Maybe the mom should have went back and got the daughter though, and went underneath it with her. You see what I'm saying? Then she would have never got stuck. But I don't think she should have been going underneath the train track at all. I think she should have went around it, leave in time on time, and then go around the train. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, here we go. Somebody got some sense now. She was stupid to do that. But on John Oliver, HBO, he did a segment that some trains are 3+ miles long and can stop on tracks for hours. So that's why she was doing that. They're right. And that's why people be crossing the tracks and things like that, because they do sit there. Let's see what else. Okay, it's very common in states that have busy train lines to do that. People get unalive all the time. They just don't report it. I suggest those who can check out the episode. I think it was the last one before he went on break last week. You would be shocked on all the cutbacks brings done for the main guy to make billions. They said what happened in Iowa, it can happen anywhere in just a matter of time before it happens over a waterway. Then we will all be screwed. Yeah, and somebody said, yes, thank you for this. Everybody wants to jump on the mother, as always. But why was this child's way to a school bus across a train track in the first place? Total insanity. And I would say somebody dropped the ball in the transportation department of her school. So that's what they were doing, trying to catch um, the bus, the school bus. That's crazy. But anyway, that's why I could not jump. Hey, Nate, the great podcast. Y'all check out Nate. I told y'all about him yesterday. He has a really, really great channel. So check him out and tell him that Shades Tube sent you. Okay. Thank you for tuning in, Nate. All right. So yeah, like I was saying before, that's why I could not say anything bad about this lady, because I know she was just trying to catch a buzz, and they probably was doing this all the time. You know, I just wish she would have went and got her daughter and then went underneath, because maybe her daughter would have never got stuck, and they could have made it before the train started. You know, I told y'all before, I have seen many people do this before in Georgia, because those trains do stop on the track for a long time. Me, I'm not going to do it, because I'll be thinking I'll get stuck, or the train may start up. But some people don't be thinking that. You know what I'm saying? It's much like when people be sitting out here. Okay, like some people. Let me use an example. Let me think of something. Y'all know I'm getting tired. That's why I'm talking like this. Let me see. It's much like when people. Oh, I got a good example. Like when women be outside walking, right, at nighttime with earbuds in their ear and shit, thinking that nothing can happen to them, and they do it every fucking night. They do it every night. You know what I'm saying? Exercising and stuff. And then one day something happens to them, same situation. People would they'll do stuff, right? Just like this mom, she was doing this all the time, at least 6 other times. She probably was doing it more than 6 times. She probably did it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because they needed to hurry up and get to the school bus. They probably was leaving at the spur of the moment, rushing and stuff. You know how people do when they get ready in the morning. The kids, and she probably had to go to work, so she'd be like, "Okay, we're just gonna go underneath the, we're just gonna go underneath the train, right? And that way you can make the school bus on time, and I can make it to work on time and things like that." She was probably doing it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just one day, just one day, it all just went downhill. Just like when people be outside, women be outside walking around at night, walking from work, exercising at nighttime with earbuds in their ear, just dodo birds. And then one day you hear a story and said somebody is missing, or they got assaulted, because they don't think stuff can happen to them. This mom probably never thought that the train would start up. You know what I'm saying? Because it never did it before. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think she did anything on purpose. I do think it was an accident. I'm not gonna call her. I'm not gonna call her a bad mom or any other name, because I know it was just an accident and she just made a bad choice. Choices. Period. Going underneath the train tracks anytime. You know what I'm saying? And again, my prayers are just with her and her family, point blank. And may the little girl rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that that happened to her and everything. But I'm not gonna say anything bad about that mom. You know. Now let me go ahead and tell you about two people that I will talk about, because this is crazy. And then that would be it for tonight, y'all, because I got to go take a shower and stuff like that and get ready for bed. But I did something great tonight. I did everything I had to do, and I got everything ready for my shower. I got my bed stuff ready, everything. So when I get off this live, I can just jump in the shower, take my shower, and then do my self massaging and all the other shit that I do, and then go to bed, and hopefully be in the bed by 2:30. 2:30, definitely asleep by 3. Okay, here we go. Let me tell you about this damn woman right here. Okay, now people do some crazy shit, to people, to kids, to just any damn thing, to materialist, no, not to non-people things. Okay, I can't even talk right now, y'all, because I'm getting tired. Into animals. This story right here, y'all, is about this woman who was caught on camera throwing her dog off the top of a parking garage in grueling security footage. And then she says, "I did my dog a favor." Now, before I even tell you about the story, I'm going to show you a picture of this dodo bird. See, this is what she'll probably do to her baby. You know, they abuse their animals. I be thinking they abuse the kids too. You know what I'm saying? If they have some. Because this look like a little sweet little animal right here. Look at this dog. Now, why would you do that? This is this nut right here throwing the dog off the daggone roof. And I'm not finished showing y'all some pictures. Wait till I show you the next one. This is sad. Who does this? Here is the dog. How in the heck can you do this? To me, this is almost equivalent to throwing your child off the roof. The same way. Off the roof, I mean. I don't even want to do a screen. Let me do this. I want to see what this dog's expression is. Hold on for a minute. I want to look at this picture up close. You guys can't see it because it's going to be grainy coming from my phone. You can't really see it. This is sad. But she posing on pictures and shit. Like she loved this animal. Like this is her baby and all this other shit. This bitch is posing on pictures like she's so in love with her animal. And yes, she can take this same animal and throw this animal off the roof like this is nothing but garbage and say that she did this dog a favor. And this is her walking her stupid ass back to her car. And this is the dog, another picture of it. How can you pick this little creature up and throw him? If you don't want him, take him and give him a damn way or give her away. And this is the little animal in the hospital. And they had to obviously put her to sleep. When people abuse kids and animals, right, it almost like makes me pissed off, to be perfectly honest, because animals and children and the elderly people are some elderly people, but definitely animals. I mean, children and animals and elderly people who are very elderly. You know what I'm saying? Who really can't hurt nobody. I feel sorry for these people and these animals, okay, because they can't really do anything. They can't protect themselves. You know, they can't really fight back. And why do people sit their crazy butts around and choose to do crimes against children, elderly people, and animals that can't do shit? Now, what did this dog do to her? Now, let me tell you about this crazy ass woman. And thank goodness she's not here, because if she was here, she would have more severe charges. But anyway, this psychopath, and I'm going to call her that because who would do this? When I saw the pictures, I really got pissed because I was like, damn, because I'm like, how can you just take your dog and just throw him like that? Anyway, the woman is seen wandering back and forth from her partner's car to the edge of the car park before launching her terrified Maltese Shih Tzu Princess, which is a girl, off the side. Princess was later put down after suffering horrific injuries. And people thought she got hit by a car before they found out. Her owner, a 26-year-old woman, later admitted to the crime on Facebook and has since been jailed for 12 months. Anyway, this happened in April. This was captured on CCTV at Westfield Whitford City Shopping Centre, north of Perth, and this is in Australia. This woman, they also banned her from owning an animal for 10 years. Let's see what else. Her 23-year-old partner, who was present during the incident was also fined $2,500 and banned from owning animals for 3 years. Anyway, the footage showed the woman appearing to argue with her boyfriend, and then she repeatedly dangled her 10-year-old dog over the side of the garage. She also allowed her dog to walk along the roof edge for about 8 minutes. Then the footage shows her eventually throwing Princess the dog over the edge of the roof. Okay, the tiny dog fell 9 meters. I don't know what 9 meters is, but I'm gonna look it up in a minute. After being thrown, and was found by a member of the public. So the injuries this dog suffered. First of all, the dog was in a state of shock with severe injuries, internal hemorrhaging, brain injury, and spinal and pelvic trauma. And the way they found out who the woman was is because the little dog had a microchip inside, in the skin, like, or whatever. And then they, obviously contacted the lady. They said this woman attended the vet with her partner to discuss the, the injuries and things like that and the cost of treatment. And then she died. Then she decided to euthanize her animal. This is all before they found out that she was the one who actually caused injury to her dog. Okay. They said that she planned this. She did this on purpose, and it was intentional. They also said she displayed a lack of remorse and consistently attempted to shift the blame and make excuses for her behavior. The woman also confessed on her Facebook page, saying that she could not live with the guilt, but later deleted the post and told police her account was hacked. That's crazy, man. They said this is one of the most distressing things. This police officer, right? Well, this inspector who said this is one of the most distressing things that she has ever seen in her 11 years on her job. She said this lady displayed a severe form of animal cruelty. That is crazy, y'all. Anyway, y'all know the comment section went crazy because these people love these dogs for real, for real. I do too, but not like some people love them, but yes, I love them too because I had a bunch of dogs myself. But anyway, somebody said she deserves to have the same fate as that poor innocent dog. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, somebody else said she needs to rot in hell. Okay. Another person said, I think proper justice is pushing her off the same parking garage. Y'all, I'm about to laugh. Wait a minute, what? Okay. Anyway, somebody else said 12 months is not enough time. Should have to do a year for every foot that poor dog fell. So they said 9 meters, right? Let's see what 9 meters is. 9 meters in feet. Let's see. What is 9 meters in feet?
1 meter is equivalent to 3 feet, 3.37 inches.
So what did they say? 9 meters? So 1 meter is 3 feet. So the dog fell 27 feet. Is that right? Let me make sure to see if that's right. Let's see. Oh no, wait a minute, hold on. Let me make sure. Because I'm half sleepy. So let's see. 1 meter is 6 feet. Okay, so 1 meter is 3 feet. That person is wrong with that. 1 meters equals 3 feet. So the dog fell how many meters? 9 meters. So 9 times 3 is 27. I think that's right. I'm not sure. 1 meter is 3. Yeah, I think that's right. Let me see. Let me ask Google. 9 meters equals how many feet? Let's see. What am I spelling? Let's see. 9 meters equals. Watch, it comes up with the same thing. I think I'm right. Let me see. Oh, okay, it's 29. It's 29 feet and 6 inches. Damn, she threw that dog up 29 feet. Damn. Well, so if it's, they said, no, it's really 27 because I was right when I said you multiply it. Well, no, because it's 3.281. So it would be 29. Okay. But I still was close. I still had it right because I said multiply the 9 times the 3. But they said 29 because you got to do this. You have to do the 3.20. They said multiply the length value by 3.281. So that's why they got the answer of 29.5276. So I was partially, I had the thing, the way to do it right. I just didn't do the right calculations, basically, the right, whatever you call it, because I'm half asleep, y'all. So it's 29 feet. That's 9 meters. 9 meters equals 29 feet, okay, which is 6.331 inches. All right. Damn. She threw that dog, that, man, that many feet. Damn. That's sad, man. So they say, yeah, you round it to 2 decimal places, okay? So that's why it's approximately 29.53 feet. Damn, that's sad, y'all. But anyway, rest in peace to the little dog. Yeah, right, point blank. You know what I'm saying? And I think she should have just had more time too. Okay, point blank. Damn, that's crazy. Because if you'll do that to a little innocent dog, what's next? A child, a person? Okay. So yeah, I think she should have had more than 2 years, than 12 months. And she should never be allowed to own any more animals, period. You know what I'm saying? Period. Now I got one that's here in America that did something similar. Okay, this man right here actually threw his dog into a dumpster. Okay, this dude, let me show you what he looks like. Can't see him good here, but here he is throwing this dog into the dumpster. And then he lied. He told his family he was taking the dog to the dog pound. But instead of doing that, he put the dog in a garbage bag and threw the dog in a dumpster. Okay? And this is in Florida. Here's this dog right here. He looks so sad. That is sad, man. How do people do this to their animals? You can clearly see that this dog is frowning. Here's this weirdo right here, a closer up picture, because this is the type of dude that would not only do a dog like this, but would do the same thing to a child or even a grown up. So let me tell you guys what he did real quick before we get out of here, okay? Anyway, this lunatic, let's see. First of all, he's facing felony charges. Okay, of course, they had surveillance camera, to catch everything. Okay. Anyway, Anthony Bellman, 55, he too damn old, pulled up behind a Family Dollar store in Cape Coral on Thursday and took the 16-year-old Shizuku pooch named Zyla out of his car in a trash bag. He then tossed the bag several feet through the air and into the dumpster before driving off. Anyway, they had a press conference, no, a press briefing on Monday. And the officer said, "This sickens me as you watch this." The visibly angry sheriff told reporters, "You can see in this video that he has absolutely zero regard for Exila. No living thing deserves to be discarded like common trash. The suspect was literally throwing a life away. This video is disgusting." Anyway, the police, the sheriff said that Bellman told his family he was taking Exila to the local humane society, but instead threw the pooch away. The sheriff's office traced Bellman through a microchip implanted in the pup, and deputies were at his door about, I'm not going to tell you guys where he lived at, but anyway, east of Fort Myers. And they got there within 2 hours of rescuing the dog. Anyway, Bellman, who police said is the relatives of the dog's original owners, even answered the door wearing the same clothes as his stupid ass did in the video. Anyway, he was charged with a felony count of aggravated animal cruelty and, and will have his name added to the county's animal abuse registry. He said Bellman, who allegedly had a prior drunk driving arrest in Ohio, was released on bond. Let's see. Okay. So he is charged with felony animal cruelty, like I just said, y'all. Anyway, the dog was treated by a vet and is now in good health and up for adoption. So I'm glad that the dog is okay and stuff. This is what they said about the dude who did it. They said we bagged up this trash and gave him a ride to the Marcino Motel, using his nickname for the Lee County jail. You don't get to abuse an animal in Lee County, the sheriff added. I'm glad that they did put his ass in incarcerated, and I'm glad they charged him with a felony not child abuse, animal abuse, and he's on that registry. That's what they should have did to that lady in Australia, but I guess they don't have that type of law there or whatever. I mean, they got a law, but it's not as like ours is. But I'm glad he was charged, and I hope his ass spends a lot of time incarcerated. I really do. Okay, at least I hope he be there for a long time. I really do, because if somebody would do this to a little animal, I'm just thinking that they would do this to a person or a kid. That's what I'm thinking. So I hope that he gets some years. I mean, whatever. I look to see what the maximum amount of time is for that. Let me check that out because I hope you get the maximum time. Let me see. What is the maximum? How do you say that? Hold on.
Here's the definition.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What is the maximum amount of time you can get incarcerated in Fort Myers for animal abuse?
Here is information from Goldman Wetzel.
So he got aggravated animal cruelty. So he can get at least 5 years. That's good. And he can get a $10,000 fine. That's the maximum fine. So the maximum imprisonment is 5 years. So hopefully, since he disregarded the animal like he did, and then lied about it too, hopefully they give him the 5 years so he can have a little time to think about his actions incarcerated. And then they also need to give him that $10,000 fine as well. You know what I'm saying? And he should never be able to own any animal ever again in his life. That's crazy. In California, you can get up to 3 years, but you can get a fine up to $20,000. California about that money. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. If you get the type of felony animal abuse that he has, if you get a misdemeanor animal cruelty, you can just get up to 1 year in county jail and a fine up to $20,000 still. Told you about that money out here, for real, for real. So they got animal cruelty a 3rd-degree felony. Okay, then they got the animal cruelty is considered a 1st-degree misdemeanor, and aggravated animal cruelty is a 3rd-degree felony in Florida. Okay, so he got a 3rd-degree. What did I just say, y'all? He has a 3rd-degree felony. Yeah, that's what he got. So he may get up to 5 years. He may get that 5 years because they kind of pissed at him. Some people love them dogs. Your ass would get 10, 20 years if you could. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. But he need to have that 5. He really does. Because why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? That animal, you can tell the animals was sad. and every damn thing. He was looking sad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said the only thing this guy needs is to be is to be removed from this world permanently. So sorry for Exila. Exila. She called the dog Zyla. Humans can be evil and cruel. I wish you all the best of everything for the rest of your life, beautiful little girl. I do too. I hope whoever her owner is now, they take care of her and stuff. And I'm glad that she did not suffer any severe injuries like the other dog did. And then they had to put the other dog to sleep and stuff. Kat said put him in jail. I'm glad he was caught and that Zyla was found right away. I hope she gets a loving home where she can live out the rest of her days. I'm sorry this cruel man did this to you, girl. Another thing about these people too, as soon as their dogs get old, they want to throw them away, take them to the dog pound and things like that. Why even get a pet? You know they're gonna age. You're supposed to take care of your pet until your pet dies. That's why a lot of y'all get done the same way. When y'all asses get old as shit, y'all kids throw y'all ass to the nursing home and wait for you to die. That's exact to be unalive. Sorry, YouTube. That's exactly what some of y'all get, okay? Y'all just do the same thing with animals. As soon as they get old, because you don't want to take care of them, they too much work. You just either disregard them like this man did, leave them out on the street or whatever the case is. A lot of people here get in trouble for that. Or either y'all take them to the dog pound and just say forget it. That is not cool. The dogs are like, they be really faithful to you. You know what I'm saying? If you show a dog love and all that stuff, they be really faithful. How can these people do that? Like when we got a cat, a second cat. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Back in 2017, we got a second cat, right, named Miles, and we bought him home. But we did not realize we were supposed to separate the cats and stuff, and we didn't. But anyway, Miles was very sweet little male cat and stuff. Very calm, cool, and collective. He actually liked me and everything. He used to get in my bed, in my shower, and lay in the shower when the shower wasn't on. However, Mercedes did not like Miles. Mercedes was jealous, so she would try to fight Miles, all type of stuff. Miles did not hit her back, much like that girl who I was telling you guys about at that fight, where she kept on hitting the boy, and I kept on telling her to stop, and she just wouldn't stop. And eventually, the boy got tired, and he hit her back. Well, that's what Miles did, started hitting Mercedes back. So we figured that they probably would kill, would unalive each other. So we ended up having to take Miles back to the shelter, right, and stuff. And I think we only had Miles for maybe a couple of days. I can't remember, maybe a month or whatever the case is. I can't remember, but um, long enough for me to take pictures and everything else with it, with the cat and stuff and everything. And we were sad when we had to take the cat back and stuff. And Miles, I think, was sad too because when I took Miles back, and I did everything the right way too, and I made sure Miles got another home too. Um, Miles turned his back around to us, didn't even say bye. But I still told the cat bye and stuff, and gave him his little blanket that I had bought him and this little toy. I gave him a little hug and everything else. But I don't know. We only had the cat for about, like I said, probably 30 days, if that. I can't remember. And we were sad about that. So imagine having an animal for years, and then all of a sudden you just want to take your animal to the dog shelter, or do some other horrible act like throwing them off of a bridge, or all this type of stuff they do. They leash them up to stuff and leave them out there. You know what I'm saying? How can you do that after having an animal with you for so long? Even if you had them a short time, once you get attached to them, the animal gets attached to you. How can you just take your animal and just disregard it like it was nothing? When people do that, I'm telling you, something is wrong with them, and they have a flaw in their brain. Because how could you do that? And you can't trust them around people because they may do you like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why some of these same people get what they get when they get old. There's some of these same people, kids, disregard them the same exact way, but they just take them to a nursing home and leave them there. And that's just on everything. All right, guys. But anyway, I hope this little girl, like they said, have a good home. I think they said that she has a new home. Let me see. Oh, she's up for adoption. So hopefully, somebody will, um, get her and stuff and let her live out the rest of her life peacefully and happily. Just like with Miles. Miles was 7 years old. That's why I got him, because he was 7 years old. He was huge too, y'all. I got pictures of him, and that's the main concern I had about Miles. I wanted to make sure that he got a home and they wouldn't put him to sleep, because older cats and older dogs, it's hard to get them a home. So I had to make sure that somebody came and got Miles, and they said that somebody picked Miles up, adopted the cat. So you know hopefully Miles is still alive and having a peaceful life. I think cats can live up to, I don't know how long cats can live, up to 20 years, I think. Not 20, up to 14 years, I think. I think about 13 or 14 years, because Miles was 7. And Mercedes is 6 now, I think. I think Mercedes is 6, or I think Mercedes maybe 5, because we got her in 2000. Let's see, we got Mercedes in 2017, and she was 1, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3. No, she is, no, Mercedes is 7. Yeah, she's 7 years old. So Miles was 7. So Miles might have been 10. He might have been 10, because he was a older cat. So I think Miles, I don't know if Miles was 7 or 10. I think Miles was like 10 years old, because Miles wasn't like running around like Mercedes does right now. So I think Miles was like 10, because I was like, hopefully Miles get a good home so he can live out the rest of his life. Because I think cats live to be about 13 or 14 years of age. So that was back in 2018, 19, 21, 2, 3. So Miles could still be alive, or Miles could have passed, or I don't know. But hopefully Miles got, a good home and stuff like that, a loving good home. They said that he did. So hopefully he had a peaceful, time and everything, you know. But anyway, we are getting ready to get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this live. I appreciate everybody and everybody's views and support. I want to say thank you to Carl is here. Thank you so much for coming in, showing support, Carl. Even though I know you're asleep. Mick Reed, Ken Gamer, thank you for coming in, showing support. And y'all check this gamer out. Cap and Keith, thank you for coming by and showing support. Y'all check out Cap and Keith as well. J4, J4, J4. I know you're not still here, but thank you so much, huh, for coming by, showing support with your fine self. Bronze Flat Power God, thank you so much for coming by, showing support, huh? And Nate the Great Podcast, thank you for coming by, showing support. Check out Nate the Great Podcast, guys, too. I don't know if Bronze Flat Power God has a channel or not. I'm not sure. But y'all can just type his name in YouTube and see, and show him some support if he does. All right. I'm going to have to check him out too to see, because I don't know for sure and everything. But anyway, thanks to everybody that's in my bushes and everybody that watches this in the replay. Y'all, I am so tired. I can barely remember what I'm getting ready to say. Okay. Man, that's because I went to bed so late last night. And even though I got up at 11, I still only got because I went to sleep at 5. So I only still got like 6 hours of sleep. So I'm kind of still tired. And then the day before that, I only got 4 hours. The day before that, I only got 4. So tonight, I'm going to try to get at least 7 hours so I can stop being sleepy and stuff. And then I'll see you guys on Friday unless something major happens. And I'll come back before then. But if nothing happens, I'll see you guys on Friday with another good live and everything. Let's see. Is there anything I need to tell y'all before I leave? Just to make sure. Something, I think Jonathan Majors has been losing a little bit more things since I told you guys yesterday too. So y'all can just check that story out yourself if you want to know about that. Let me see what else got. And if I get any updates on the dude who left his wife's unalive body on the floor for days, letting dogs chew off her face, her skin, and her foot, I'll let you guys know about that. And if I get any more updates on the couple who thought the woman's son was possessed, and tried to burn him alive, if I get any more information on that, I'll let you guys know about that as well. And I think that's about it, because we already know the information about the animals and stuff. So I think that's about it, y'all. Or anything that I cover anytime, I'll let you guys know if I get any updates or whatever, if there are updates. All right. Y'all, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content. Also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe below and hit the bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. All right. Oh man, see, I can always tell when some people are not in this chat like this. They're going, what's his name? What's his name? Carl. Because Carl asked come in here and tune in. And then after that, you don't hear anything else from Carl because I know he'd be going to sleep. But they still for coming in and stuff. But anyway, guys, let me get out of here. Don't forget if you want to show support to this channel, besides doing the thumbs up and all that other stuff, and watching my TikTok videos on TikTok. That's showing support on my TikTok, but also watching my shorts here. You can also do a cash app to $Shades to show support with cash. All right. And all donations are used to make this channel better. All right. Other than that, guys, I'm going to wish you guys a beautiful night. Have a beautiful tomorrow. Happy and blessed Christmas season or holiday season, whatever you do. If you don't do any holidays, just a blessed December to you. Okay. And y'all have a good work day tomorrow. And I'll see you guys on Friday, unless something happens where I need to come and tell you guys about it. Or if I get bored when I come home, I'll do another live. Okay. Have a good night, y'all. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace out, y'all. Take care.